Hey, look! What's that? It's an egret.
Avicennia marina. There's something special about the Avicennia marina. Do you see what's on the back of its leaves? Crystals. There are crystals, right?
So, in this plant, what's this plant called? Lumnicera racemosa, remember that. What's the difference between the Lumnicera racemosa and the Avicennia marina we just saw? It expels salt this way.
Doping Bay is an easily accessible and picturesque ecology classroom. Visit Doping Bay and you'll be captivated by nature.
Kids, do you know what means they're the kidneys of the earth?
I know, wetlands.
That's right, awesome. Wetlands are known as the kidneys of the earth. They're a very important ecosystem on Earth. That's why the Dapeng Bay Authority has planned 6 artificial wetland parks. They help purify water quality. During the rainy season, they store water and manage floods. They're also a mangrove restoration base. Most importantly, they serve as habitats for many animals. Now, let's go and find out what creatures reside in Dapeng Bay's wetlands. Look, what are these trees? They're mangroves. Mangroves usually grow in tropical or subtropical estuaries or coastlines. They can be seen in many places across Taiwan.
Like in Tamsui in Taipei and Sikau in Tainan.
That's correct. They also grow here in Dapeng Bay, which has 5 types of mangroves. Which mangroves do you know?
Candelia.
Candelia is the most well-known mangrove. Its name comes from this pen-shaped propagule. A propagule is a seedling that starts growing on the parent tree.
Teacher, why do some look different?
That's a great question. Actually, these are 2 other types of mangroves. They also have propagules like the Candelia. The support roots you see now are special structures evolved to adapt to the intertidal environment. Look at the Candelia we just saw. It feels very smooth, but this one has bumps all over. This is the Rhizophora stylosa, the most abundant in Dapeng Bay. In contrast, there's another very rare type, which once went extinct here. Let's go find it.
Teacher, is it this one? But why is it smaller?
Yes, it's the Rhizophora mucronata, which is being restored in Dapeng Bay. Does anyone know, besides being smaller, what else is different about its propagule?
The previous one was rounder, like an eggplant. This one feels a bit squarish, like an okra.
Now, have you learned how to distinguish these 3 mangroves?
Teacher, you mentioned 5 types. What about the remaining 2?
This one, the Avicennia marina, is also in abundance. The most recognizable feature is its dense forest of aerial roots. It's known that plants could drown from too much water. But why don't mangroves drown? It's because they use these aerial roots to breathe.
I know! It's like when we go snorkeling and use a tube to breathe underwater.
That's a great comparison. The marks on the aerial roots show the water height of each high tide. The last type of mangrove can be identified by looking at its leaves. Mangroves live by the sea. A lot of salt accumulate inside them. Unlike others that get rid of salt through the back of their leaves, this one shortens the time its leaves turn yellow and fall off to remove extra salt. So, if you see leaves like this, it's probably the Lumnicera racemosa. Its leaf tips aren't pointy. They are indented like the shape of mullet row.
Wow! So many birds!
These are what we call egrets. The egret isn't just one kind of bird. It's the name for several kinds of herons. Herons like to build their nests close to each other. Let's count how many kinds of herons we can find on this floating island. This is the most common one, the cattle egret. This is also a cattle egret. During breeding season, their heads turn yellow. The feathers on their heads and necks become golden yellow, like they're wearing fancy wedding clothes. At other times, their heads are white. Cattle egret moms and dads take turns hatching the eggs. They feed and protect the chicks until they're ready to leave the nest. This is another common egret called little egret. It's about the same size as the cattle egret. Their colors are exactly opposite. Cattle egrets have yellow beaks and black toes, while little egrets have black beaks and yellow toes. During breeding season, Two long and slender plumes grow from the back of their crown, which are very pretty and easy to spot. Their white feathers and agile hunting moves make them bird lovers' favorite.
Yay, penguin!
That's not a penguin. This bird, which often hangs out with the egrets, is a black-crowned night heron. It's also called the night heron. They mostly come out at night. When fishing, they drop berries into the water as bait and wait by the shore for fish to come. People think they're really smart birds. There's another kind that looks especially tall among the herons. It's the great egret. They're about 90 centimeters tall on average. Besides these long-legged herons, there's another bird with even longer legs, like it's walking on stilts, the black-winged stilt. It's also a common bird in Daping Bay.
Even though their legs are longer, they are of the perfect height standing in the water. Beautiful!
And these are snipes, the same as the one from the story, The Snipe and the Clam. Like other birds we've mentioned, they also love muddy flats. The ones with red spots on the nose are the moorhens and white-breasted water hens.
Wow, what's it doing? Is it imitating a peacock?
This is a cormorant. Because its feathers aren't waterproof, it's spreading its wings to bask in the sun.
They are so timid that they duck into the water as soon as they spot us.
This little duck-like bird is called little grebe. The name comes from the short, sharp sound it makes. Besides water birds, Daping Bay also has various forest birds hiding in the woods. Have you spotted them? In Daping Bay, besides the resident birds we've mentioned, there are many migratory birds that come here in winter. Take your binoculars and camera, follow ecotourism guidelines, and start your winter adventure with our beautiful friends with wings in the observatory tower at the 6 wetlands. Let's lower our voices because our next guest is very shy. The little mud skippers that appear after the tide goes out emerge from their burrows, all covered in mud. If you're not looking carefully, they're hard to spot.
Wow! It's so cute! Its eyes are on top, just like a frog.
Since its main predators are water birds, having eyes on top helps it dodge attacks.
Are they sunbathing? It seems like they prefer land over water.
Mud skippers are fish after all. They need to return to the water from time to time to keep their skin moist, as moist skin helps them breathe. Compared to mud skippers, fiddler crabs come in more colors and looks. That's our cue to step out. 16 types of fiddler crabs have been found in East Asia: Japan, Korea, China, Taiwan. Taiwan alone is home to 15 of them. At Daping Bay, 12 of them are commonly seen. How many can you spot?
They are so vibrant, but they look quite fierce, as if they're always ready for a fight.
Male fiddler crabs have one oversized claw used for attracting mates and fighting. Isn't that very recognizable?
Some are right-clawed, while others are left-clawed. They're always busy, eating all the time.
Fiddler crabs are usually just a few centimeters long, but their lively movements and high curiosity make them seem full of character. Some types of crabs here have bright colors, making them look like little gems on the beach. Fiddler crabs love to move in groups, and you can often see them busily interacting on the beach, like a mini party. Living in the challenging intertidal zone, they've evolved to be very sensitive to sound and vibration. So, when we're watching fiddler crabs, keep our voice low so we can all enjoy this therapeutic moment.
almost tripped. Are fiddler crabs in such big holes too?
Nope. This is the burrow of another land crab, the brown land crab, which is the largest land crab in Taiwan. But it likes to come out at night, so let's look for it then. It has strong claws and fierce appearance. Since it mainly eats fallen leaves, which aren't very nutritious, it grows very slowly. A brown land crab with 8-centimeter long carapace is about 20 years old, and they can live up to 50 years. Since Dapeng Bay used to be a military control zone, there has been very little human disturbance, so its ecology is very rich. Kids, go and see what new discoveries await you.
After seeing so many cute creatures, are you eager for an eco tour? The best way to explore Dapeng Bay wetland is by bicycle. The 16.4-kilometer bike path around the bay connects various scenic spots, allowing you to enjoy tropical charm in the gentle breeze. Or try canoeing or SUP and look for wildlife hiding in the mangroves while you are on the water. You can also book an eco tour to enjoy a journey of intellect and beauty in Dapeng Bay.